Welcome back to the 10th anniversary edition of Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. We are coming to you from a new base camp on at the finish of Day 4 of the longest off-road rally in the United States. I'm Alyssa Roenigk, and next to me is Matthew Johnson, and together we are your guides through this incredible competition. Matthew, today was meant to be a transit day to get us from Base Camp 1 to Base Camp 2. We did a little bit of that transit. What did you think of the course that the women saw today?
We did. It was incredible. It was beautiful. We went from high desert to a little bit lower high desert, but transitioning by Mount Whitney, the Eastern Sierras. It's breathtaking. Really what you want to do is just pull over and hang out. Maybe get some chairs out and look at the mountains for a while. I'll tell you that, though, the thing we constantly noticed after we came through the pass and got into the Eastern Sierras area was the weather. The clouds. It's been a bit cloudy. You saw some moody clouds this morning when we broke the Day 4.
They're following us.
They are following us, and as you can hear, the tent's flapping a bit. So we're not sure exactly what weather we're going to get, but that's been on our mind all day.
Yeah.
Obviously, we did the REC. Hopefully, we're going to show you guys a little bit of that later, but we did the REC, and it was beautiful from the Aqueduct, just looking down into the valley. Right there, nestled at the bottom of the Eastern Sierras. So it's been a beautiful transition day for us. Those teams did not have such an easy drive as we did. There was
they had a little more fun drive, and as we said off the top, the purpose of today was, this isn't a day where you're going to win the Rebelle Rally. It could be a day where you lose it. But it really was meant to be a day to transition some really big distance. You see there 290 kilometers on the day today. But even though it was meant to be an easy day for most, we had a few cars who still had some issues with their third teammate. Didn't quite take care of the third teammate. So we're gonna, if you saw any of the photos of Team 169, Marie Squared, Marie Willard, and Marie Harrington, they're driving that 2024 Toyota Tacoma. I don't think I need to explain what happened to them. They actually needed recovery on the course, so they had to ask for outside help, so they'll receive the appropriate penalty for that. Team 182, Sandra Lee and Lauren Judy. So apparently around checkpoint 8X, it was quite narrow, so quite a few things happened around that area, and so these two caught their mirror on a branch, ripped their mirror, I think, completely from their car, and I think that happened to another team as well.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to Susan Piper and Elise Young, and it turns out they mentioned checkpoint 8X as well. Susan said, this thing is big, and I was asking her about her snorkel. They were refitting her snorkel and her side view mirror on the 128 Grenadier. And in Rebelle U, Emily specifically teaches people CAR. CAR is easy to remember. Care. Are you comfortable? Are you accurate? Are you relaxed? And Susan looked at me and she's like, you remember that CAR thing Emily says? I was not accurate or relaxed.
Well,
that was backed into a tree.
This morning when we left the start line, they were our leaders.
Yeah.
And so we'll look at the leaderboard and see how that mistake affected them on the course today. I wonder if they crossed the finish line still leading the 4x4 division. So we've been talking a lot about the beautiful course on Day 4 of the Rebelle Rally. Let's take a look at what the competitors experienced out on the course today. It already looks beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like you said, Matthew, the weather has been following us. So if you were looking just out your windshield for most of the day, it was really beautiful and blue skies. But anytime you looked in that rearview mirror or turned around, you saw this chasing us from Tonopah to Ridgecrest.
There we are, just in the morning, sun just coming up, leaving camp this morning. There's Team Buster 184. Just these are the sections we could grab them with the drone right out of there, but that's beautiful. I think that's our Sam Barber and Caitlin there in the 183.
This is what it looks like when you're using those 200 maps, and it's pretty tough to see what might be a road, what might be a topo line. So the equipment that everyone brings with them has just elevated every year, and so
for sure,
giant lit magnifying glasses we definitely didn't see in the first couple of years.
That was Sabrina Howells you saw with the tracker a moment ago signaling at a checkpoint. we might be, this is looking like Renee,
Oh,
Vento, and
look at
Lynn
how
Woodward
beautiful
there
that is.
really quick in the 101 Gladiator. So the X checkpoints today, they were really narrow, but they were also just required a lot of navigation. So often the transition day from one base camp to another might have, I don't know, frankly, might for a couple of hours be kind of boring. But today was not boring, and if they were looking for an easy day to just glide through, this was not it. If they were in the competition looking for the best pile of points, see Bernard there? Is that Bernard cruising by? After we have another bit of a view, I think that's Laura Wanless there, cruising through. So it's just beautiful. You get an idea of the Eastern Sierras there and their jagged tops there. We're going to go ahead and look at the leaderboard and see what we see on that leaderboard. We've got most vehicles here back in camp already. As you can see, the gathering of them parked. Got some tents going up. All right, in the lead of the 4x4, what do we see, Alyssa?
Yeah, so as you can see, the first thing, just as we were saying, Susan Piper and Elise Young, they left the start line and leading the 4x4 overall standings, and Nita Barlow and her co-driver are now back on top. Pederate and Barlow, as we know, they are no stranger to the top of the 4x4 overall standings. I don't see too much of a shakeup at the top of the standings, as we didn't expect. But the fourth place team, I know you've really been watching them and been very impressed.
And because they've Brittany Marenko is a rookie, and she's in the top 5 right now, and that's big news. Right behind her, I saw Laura Wineless creeping up. She's sometimes just lurking there, still in touch with the points. And for the overall, and we can see just the rest of the pages there.
Okay, so down here is when you start to see the teams really differentiating themselves. We'll have to talk to some of the teams at the bottom here and just sort of find out what happened today, because we didn't have anyone in the 30s yet, and so that means they had some difficulties out on course today. So let's take a look at the X Cross overall standings. The 200 is just further and further differentiating themselves every day. They now have a 72-point lead. I think that was about a 50-point lead this morning when they took off from base camp 1.
Hey, but look, we've got a rookie,
wow.
a single teammate rookie. It's not a rookie team. Jordan Keith has done the event twice, but Jesus, Miss Gardner there. Let's see, Kathleen is a rookie. And they are in second place now, and they've come up. I think they've worked their way up each day a little bit more and a little bit more. So that's a very interesting team to be watching, especially to be in front of Emmy and Kendra and R2D2.
This just shook up the X-Cross class. So tomorrow's going to be a really interesting day. And so as we said, we are at the finish of day 4 at base camp 2. We're going down to the third member of our team, Katy Talyancich, with the competitors.
Hi guys, and thank you. The live team have made it down to Ridgecrest after a great day. We have a storm coming in from every angle, and there are Rebelles coming in from every angle. I've just had a chat with one of our Toyota teams, Lee Roop and Kate Thompson here with vehicle 181. They've just found a tear in their sidewall, so they're going to have to deal with that. And we've got Amy Drill and Michelle Figueroa here who, let's go around and talk to Michelle, because she has a vendetta from 2022 that I think either took you out today or you had some redemption. Tell me what happened.
It was fun because it was some memories back from 2022. There is definitely a checkpoint that now I have a personal grudge with. It's hopefully next time we'll be able to find that blue checkpoint across the water. But we did be able to do the Enduro through all the pipes and beautiful view and actually get through it. Amy, my driver, was phenomenal. She managed all those hard turns and everything else. Words were coming out of my mouth. I don't know if they were coherent at all, but she made sense of it and we got through it. So
well, Emily described the Enduro. That Enduro, I think, is the Pike's Peak of the Rebelle. Talk to me a little bit more about that experience.
So that whole Enduro, it has so many turns, sharp turns. You're going along like a mountain and you're coming down and there's like concrete medians everywhere. So you have to be very, very on top of like what's going on, what's going to happen next, and making sure that you're getting all your points correctly, because one wrong turn, which happened to us, can completely set you off. So it's super exciting to drive, so nerve-wracking. At the end of it, we just slowed down, stopped, and started laughing hysterically just because of the adrenaline and just like, oh my God, we got to the end. Thank God. And it was great.
Well, congratulations for getting it done. Some of our team did it and came back and said, I cannot believe these women are doing this enduro. So kudos to you. And I'm glad you got back on the horse and went after that checkpoint, even if it didn't work out the way you wanted it to.
I got to come back now and see if they ever put it back there again so I can find it. So.
That's the attitude. Thank you so much. Now, Heather Hazley is here, one of our Toyota teams. And we were having a chat a little bit. Oh, did I just lose some sound? No, that's just me. I'm good. So first of all, how was today? People are coming in from every angle. Which angle did you come in from?
We came in from the main road.
Oh, okay.
It comes in right over there, so it's really convenient.
And how did you find that enduro?
It was definitely more challenging than yesterday. Yesterday was a couple of days ago was a lot easier. Definitely some new technical turns and stuff. Really hard to keep on pace, but I think it was a lot of fun.
So you guys are from the SPAD team at Toyota, which is Spare Parts Accessories Development?
Service Parts Accessory Development.
Service Parts Accessory Development. And I understand you, Sophia, I always get your last name wrong, I'm going to say it right, but Sumio?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
No, tell me what it is.
Oh, it's Bitsumio.
Okay. No, it's important. I asked you yesterday about your spare tyres, which are in the back seat of their vehicle. Let's go take a look. She designed this, which is really cool. Hold on, let me get the mic in there. Talk to us.
So it's a spare tire carrier that bolts into the rear seat bolts of the 4Runner. We found that during one of our trainings, it took us a while to do a spare tire change because of how long it took to get the spare tires out. However, due to the hybrid battery in the Trail Hunter Edition, we were not able to make a carrier that rolls out the back. So our solution was to make one that kind of replaces the rear seats and then rolls out the side of the vehicle.
And that was my first question. I was like, do you have to take everything out of here to get these tyres out? And then she showed me that she designed something that just lets them come out the back seat. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go to impound because I know you've got a time crunch. Thank you much for your time. And I'm going to send you back to Matthew and Alyssa.
Thank you, Katy. I have some special guests here from Team 141. They brought a different car this year, but they're still fan favorites. That's Rochelle Bovey and Melissa Vanderwilt. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm glad to see you running and driving. I'm glad Ron Burgundy is behaving.
So are we.
Yes.
Yes,
Great.
very much.
So for those of you just catching up, they got here this year hoping to have a really smooth event and just focus on competition. And their vehicle needed a transmission. And so they're no strangers to some letdowns and disappointments in the middle of the event. Tell us, what does it take just to keep leaning forward and keep focused on the great parts?
Sense of humor.
A sense of humor?
A sense of humor. You have to laugh or you're going to cry. We still cry sometimes, but we really try to laugh it off because it just makes it worse if you crater on it. So
yeah, as you can imagine, we were all disappointed for you when we found out originally. So you're in a 34-year-old car now instead of a 56-year-old vehicle.
Moving on up.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, they originally came to the Rebelle driving their dad's '69 Bronco, and they used that as a source of spending more time together to come here and compete on the Rebelle together. Mm-hmm. We're having actually a quick picture of some footage on course of you guys today, I'm told. Mm-hmm. Alyssa and I gave the Rebelle Enduro Challenge a try, the timed one, and we were very frantic, weren't we? Yes, we were quite frantic. And after the hairpin left, we missed a turn. Did you guys make it through there successfully? How was your Enduro?
We did exactly what we did the last time we had the same Enduro.
Oh,
so we made, instead of following the left curve, we made a sharp left turn when we shouldn't have.
Okay.
We're going down this road, and the speed is not matching the road, and I'm like, this is what we did last time.
Yeah.
And so we were like the only ones out there at the time, so we flipped it and got back on course at least, and this time we finished it, but we were like 3 minutes off.
Okay.
But we got to see it this time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we did.
Gotcha.
up on the cliffs. Like, it was freaky. We were like, are we supposed to be here? And it was following the road book. And so we were like, okay, we're supposed to be here.
Yeah,
but
it was a little dodgy, but it was also beautiful, right?
Yeah,
it was
Just-
super beautiful.
Of course, you're not supposed to look over the edge when you're all near the edge, but it's
Definitely don't look over the edge.
pretty and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Anything else you'd like to share about your day? Tell us about maybe your plans here forward. Obviously, I'm assuming you're going to work on your day scores and work on improving your techniques and just trying to do better each day.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty
exactly
much
it,
it.
yeah.
Is just trying to get our daily percentage up every day and go for more of the things that in the past maybe we have chosen not to go for or haven't been able to go for. It didn't quite happen today, but tomorrow.
We did some that was like, hey, what the heck?
Now, I
Yeah.
believe you guys grew up off-road, like on quads and motorcycles and this kind of stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little
for
bit,
like
yeah.
maybe 5
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah. I had an issue at a poker run where I fell off my bike and rolled down a hill and like never got on a motorcycle again.
I see.
But yeah, we had a quad at one point for a while. I ran that into a tree. I also ran my bike into the blackberry bushes, so like I'm not great
have
off
that
road.
track
Yeah, my first motorcycle ride went up like a flower trellis. I wasn't sure what was happening, but I was more passenger than motorcycle rider in that moment.
That's my history as well.
Yeah, some of those things shape us, don't they? Mm-hmm. Well, we love getting to see you guys out competing now. Hope everything is smooth the rest of the week. We'll see how much excitement we get from the weather tomorrow. So we're all kind of standing by, wondering if tomorrow's a snow day or something crazy.
Right.
Anyway, we would love to hear from Katy and see who you've got out there.
So I'm back at the finish line. Goodness me, I get confused at this time of the Rebelle. Day 4 are we at? The competitors are taking everything out of their car and heading over to their camp. And they have to be very prepared. I can't say this too loud because there's storms coming in from every side. We know the weather forecast, but they don't know that there's rain coming. Anyway, over here, Laura McCobb. We've just been talking about what you do for a job and it's fascinating. Tell me exactly what you do for your day job.
Yeah, so I am the CEO of a company called Trommel, which is an analytics platform specifically for aftermarket parts suppliers and distributors. So anything that goes on your vehicle after the car leaves the assembly line, we help to support these businesses by helping you to understand what parts are selling, what are performing in what regions, and empowering their sales team. And then Sam works on the other side of data, on product data.
So I am I'm head of industry at Pivotry, which is a consulting, but I've spent 20 years in the automotive aftermarket space. 8 years, I'm a data expert. I sit on the Auto Care Association Technology Standards Committee. So if you can't find a product or a part for your vehicle, most likely it's my fault or I know whose it is. And then my husband owns a performance shop in Atlanta.
So you guys sound like you're fully data heads all day long. How are you enjoying this analog experience with no digital?
I was joking how I've completely replaced the 10 hours a day on my computer screen for the 10 hours of this dashboard. So different dashboard experiences. But it's been really nice, you know, running a startup right now. I have to do so many different things at once. And you're still obviously doing a lot of things at once here, but being able to really lock in and focus. And for Sam and I, we've been working together on projects for a while. And so for us to be able to be in a car together, it's been pretty awesome.
Now, the front of your car says right to repair, and I have no idea what that means. Can you please help me out?
Yeah.
So essentially, it's a whole movement in Washington right now. Auto Care Association is lobbying for right to repair. What it is giving you the choice to take your vehicle where you want to repair it, whether it's the OEM dealership or whether you want to repair it with an aftermarket shop like Speed Factory. It is giving you that option. Right now, we are fighting on Capitol Hill for here to be able to work on these vehicles and not have to have the OEM techs here to work on it, because these vehicles are not this one are more software computers on wheels. To have access to the software on here is restricted by a data discrepancy, and that's what right to repair. The easiest way to remember is if you break your iPhone and you want to be able to take it anywhere and not have to take it to Apple, if right to repair doesn't go to take it to Apple, because there's not here. We're in the middle of nowhere. If you
Paris. Thanks so much, guys. I'll let you head up to the finish line because I'm going to get yelled at for holding everyone up. Let's whistle over here. You have to move up, ladies. Hey, Steph. Coel, how are you? Do you look... I'm not going to say how you look. I want you to tell me how the driving was today.
Well,
You can walk and talk.
okay. We lost a wheel speed sensor, which means we lost four-wheel drive and traction control and any of the off-road modes that the car has when we were stuck up an incline like this on sharp shale rocks. So it was not my finest day, but all this panic thinking we wouldn't be able to continue until getting a new wheel speed sensor, and another team just handed us four.
Thank God there's a good end to the story. I'm thinking this is a bad interview. I should never have asked her. It's a great interview.
So provided that's all that's wrong. I'm in shock because these literally were just put into my hands.
Which team?
Jenna and Liza, 155. They're in the Sarek Defender.
Awesome. On that note, I'm going to send you back to Matthew and Alyssa with my good news story.
Katy, that's incredible. I love.
Wow.
I love just watching the roller coaster of emotions you go through while you are interviewing these teams. That was, again, we talk so much about the spirit of the Rebelle and the spirit of the competition, and that encapsulates it. We had the Team 141 on here who got a new transmission because of the larger Rebelle community, and then right there, instantaneously, while they were still sitting at the finish, the smaller Rebelle community here at the finish line is going to help them to be able to continue.
That was just so cool. The way she told the story, you're really like participating in her disappointment, and then it was like, here they are. It's like she surrendered to the chaos that is of the event. Like I was angry and disappointed, and then look at this. It's like, my angry and disappointment doesn't work anymore because somebody just solved it for me, and we're all helping each other around here. So very cool. As we see some more vehicles come in, lots of them are rolling on Pirelli tires. And if you know anything about day 4, it is a day that Pirelli is our sponsor of the day. Many of the vehicles are driving on the Pirelli All-Terrain Plus. I've had 2 sets of those on my 4Runner. I quite like them. I think they ride amazing and they're quiet. I'm excited, however, to upgrade to the XTM when I get a chance. The XTM is still getting into final production, but has shown itself to be very quiet, very tough, very rugged, and have excellent grip in the sand based on my personal experience. So keep your eye out for a sweet Pirelli tire here in the near future called the XTM.
All right, so speaking of our sponsors, our presenting sponsors here at the Rebelle Rally, let's take a minute to hear from a few of our sponsors here from day 4, Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota.
Pavement is optional. Total Chaos equipment is built for travel. Introducing our newest project vehicle, Seabiscuit, a Lexus GX 460. It combines luxury interior with performance off-road components. It's outfitted with our newest suspension package, designed specifically for Katy SS models. Explore more.
Welcome back to the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally Live Show presented by Toyota. This is day 4, presented by Pirelli. We are here at our new base camp 2 in Ridgecrest, California, and we are at the finish of day 4. Let's take it down to the line and see who Katy, what competitors she has.
Hey guys, I'm with Maria Rees here in our 2001 Land Rover. Walk and talk because we're actually at the finish line. You were just telling me to give the audience at home a little bit of We can go faster than this. I can walk faster. I need to get my step. Yeah.
Can Bernard
Oh.
faster?
So to give the viewers at home a little bit of context, you were just telling me that the drive into Death Valley, which is where you went today, was incredible. Can you describe that experience?
It was really beautiful. We went through this wonderful canyon. We had like these great little twists and turns, and it just opened up into this beautiful valley.
And how nice to be in Death Valley when it's not 200 degrees.
That's the best part. I always want to go to Death Valley, but you know, whenever you get like that sense of adventure, it's summer, so it's kind of nice to get forced in there in October.
Now, how's Bernard doing at the moment?
Amazing.
No troubles at all?
No troubles.
And Bernard's your daily? Or no, not anymore?
He's not my daily, but I'd say he's my adventure rig. So, you know, 24 years later, he's still holding up.
All right, I'm going to let you go to Compound and go. Thank you, ladies. See you inside. Let's go have a chat to Maria Guitar, who we woke up. I'm just going to let you listen to what she says at the finish line.
Hello. Okay, so from here you're going to go to fuel, and then when you're done with fuel, do you need mechanics? Nope. Awesome. Then after fuel, then you'll get parked, and then over there past the purple flag is competitor parking. So otherwise, welcome home. So glad you had a good day. Yay!
And there you have it from the horse's mouth. At the finish line, Maria Guitar is giving instructions to our Rebelles. I'm going to let team 157 pull up. It's Laura Stacey, our mother-daughter team. Mother-daughter!
Daughters are here.
We haven't killed each other yet.
She just said they haven't killed each other yet. Okay, you guys have had some technical troubles since you began the Rebelle. How did it go today from a tech point of view?
Great. We actually did really well today.
So it started really well. The road book we're still struggling with. Definitely still struggling with road books, but we're doing well. I'm happy.
Hey, you're rookies. You're supposed to struggle a little.
We don't know what we don't know.
I'm going to leave it at that. You guys go inside and get some dinner. You don't know what you don't know. Okay, I can see Alyssa with some special guests. Back to you, Alyssa.
Katie, thanks so much. Yes, I'm joined in studio by team 139. We've got Mandy Brazina and Alex Gilman. And you guys, you look at the rally pretty interestingly. So this is your third time competing together, and you don't have a designated driver and navigator. You all switch roles. How do you determine when you will drive and when you will navigate?
I mean, we've kind of just picked at day one. I think you chose odds, so I just ended up with evens. The only thing that we don't ever switch on is the time speed enduro, so I always navigate those, and Mandy drives them. So like today, it was a drive day for me, but since we had the enduro, we just swapped roles really quickly, and then I hopped back in the driver's seat at the end of the enduro.
Yep. How much more confidence does it give you as a team when you know that your navigator can drive and that your driver can navigate? How much more of all the decisions are being made as a couple?
Oh, it's a huge advantage, I think, because if I'm sitting in the navigator's seat and I'm questioning something or I'm not seeing something, I can hand it over to Alex and she can take a look and be like, oh, I see this. And then like if one of us ever starts getting nauseous or whatnot too, we have confidence in being able to switch if we needed to. We haven't had to do that yet. We've been close. But then also as a driver, when you see stuff off in the distance, you know what helps as a navigator. So I feel like it's a huge advantage. And then from a mental standpoint, it gives you that break as well.
So we're seeing some footage of you guys out on the course today. And tell me, who's G.I. Jane?
G.I. Jane is a Barlow Jeep, actually. She's a manual 2025 Jeep Wrangler Sport. And so this is one that Nina drives with fairly often. And we rented her for the rally, and she's been great. So she was named after the 41 green color, so go throw back to the Willies.
You guys, in your previous rallies, 6-time competitor, 4-time competitor, you all have driven your own vehicle. What is it like to drive a rented car? What is the difference in the mentality of the way you think about the driving portion especially?
I mean, being an East Coast team, we always have to drive our vehicles a long way back across the country after the rally, so we tend to be pretty cautious about not breaking them. So having the rental isn't too much of a change. It's just, and we've mostly been in Jeeps except for 1 year with the Rivian, so it's familiar territory for the most part. And just got to make sure that's got to go back to Nina at the end of the rally.
Yeah, and I think it's just like anytime since we switch roles, we're usually driving each other's vehicles, so it sort of feels like we're driving a friend's vehicle. So we're like, we got to get it back in one piece. So.
And that really is the game, right? right? As the driver, you have to get it across the finish line. Can't navigate if you don't have a car to drive, right?
Yep.
And so you both competed in 2022. In 2022, we had the same Enduro challenge that we had today. How different was this? Was it the same experience? You're both laughing. So what was your 22 experience like, and what was this year?
So we love enduros. We have a great time at enduros. But what we found out is when we know what's coming, it gives us a lot of anxiety. So my anxiety gave Alex anxiety.
Let's be clear, it gave Mandy a lot of anxiety because my 2022 Enduro, like we messed up our time, but we never got lost. So we weren't in the sea of squirrels trying to find their way through the Enduro. But Mandy,
I was
and her
in the sea
partner,
of squirrels.
yeah, she was in the sea of squirrels. So I was like, like it's not that bad. So this one's anxiety going into this Enduro was like up here, and I'm like trying to count, do all the distances. I'm like, your anxiety is giving me anxiety. You gotta calm down. I can't count and do all the things. My heart rate's
But
this
we got
way.
redemption, so it was good.
You did.
So yes, we felt good about our time. So we should have hopefully hit them all.
You haven't seen your scores yet, though.
Correct.
I have to say, Matthew and I did the Enduro today. I think we might see some of that later. I haven't really thought about an Enduro since I last competed in 21, and I was always the driver. So I navigated today. Just remembering the math was hard enough. We made it till about the fourth to last tulip and then sea of
Turn
squirrels.
left instead of right.
We were in the sea of squirrels. At one point, we were like, oh, here's the highway. I don't think this is part of it.
Yeah, I think at one point, like at the end of mine in 2022, we rounded up a bunch of like baby ducks and kind of brought them back. We're like, this is where we knew we were last, and got everyone back on track.
And then you just go to the blue checkpoint, click, check.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a happy dance.
What besides the Enduro today? This was a really stunning commute.
That's beautiful.
From west of Tonopah down here to Ridgecrest. What was your favorite part of besides the Enduro and the redemption? What was your favorite part of the drive?
The X route, that mountain pass. We did it in 2022 as well, and it's just a beautiful drive. It's just nice to get up and away, and we're spread out enough that you weren't necessarily right behind or in front of anybody for most of the time. So
yeah, that's how it was in 2022 too. We were talking about it. We got up to this beautiful pass, and you're looking at like Mount Whitney and the Sierra Nevada mountains, and we were like, wow, no one's up here. Like, we went a long time before we got to see anybody. So it's just kind of nice. We both took a moment to be like, oh, look at the mountains. It was beautiful.
Take that mental photograph that you're going to keep with you forever. And I should have mentioned off the top, when you all left, I know you haven't gotten your scores from today yet, but when you all left the start line this morning, you were in the top 10 in 9th place. Having competed here 3 times, what is your goal for this year?
I think it's just getting more and more precise. I was saying this yesterday, is like, because we had, I missed a couple of blacks and didn't full miss, but it's just like, I feel like I'm doing all the right things, just I have to do them more right to just become more and more precise to be competitive. But I think our pacing has been really good. We've been able to go after every checkpoint so far, so it's just keeping that up and keeping consistent through the rest of the rally.
Yeah, keeping that pace, that's something we've been working on quite a bit, and we talked about these last 2 days. What's been nice is we haven't felt rushed, and normally we're always like trying to hustle and feel rushed. We're moving with a purpose, but we're not coming in late like we have in the past. So
that's
it's been
a really
fun.
nice feeling, because I know some of the teams I've talked to, that is exactly what's been getting in their way, is feeling rushed, maybe doing things a little too quickly, or taking too much time to make a decision. So we're at the halfway point of the Rebelle Rally. It sounds like you ladies are in a really good, it's only halfway.
No, I'm just surprised. It's like, wow, we're already halfway.
Base camp too. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here, and good luck on the rest of the rally.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
you.
Thanks for your time.
Appreciate
Hi, everyone.
All right, Katy, who do you have for us at the finish?
Hey guys, I'm here with Jill Simonello and Lola Wilford. And I believe, Jill, this is the first time you've competed as a privateer. You've been with manufacturers. How has it been with a privateer? And, of course, lovely Lola.
Oh, so first off, let me say Lola is amazing. She's the best partner. But I would say that being a privateer, in some ways, is a little less stressful. Is that
Well, there's not the pressure. I get that.
There's not a lot of pressure, and I would say coming into this Rebelle, I felt more confident, more prepared than I have. I mean, it's my 4th Rebelle, but also Lola knows her truck. This is Lola's truck. She knows it. She's serviced it. She takes care of it. She knows where everything goes. She knows how to drive it. She knows when it sounds good, when it sounds cranky, and so that gives me confidence as a navigator because she knows her truck.
Awesome. Now I'm getting tapped because we're holding up the start line. But thank you. That's a really great insight. I appreciate it. Go inside and have... Oh, wait.
It's Pirelli Day, and I have to say we're running Pirellis for the first time. And I've tested these tires previously because in my other life I'm an automotive journalist, and they are amazing tires. And I'm really glad to be running on them. They have been doing so well for us so far.
Thank you. And on Pirelli Day, perfect. All right, ladies, appreciate it. Of course it's Pirelli Day, and we've got Okay, I'm getting yelled at by, see, this is where Maria Guitar is getting me back for waking her up. Okay, we've got some rookies to chat to here, and they're going to move up because I'm getting yelled at. We've got Nikki McGee and Ashley Comedy here. Let's just keep moving so I don't get yelled at. We can walk and talk. What I want to ask you two about is your Mazda Miata racing.
Oh, she's the Miata racer. I'm the Miata drifter. She's the racer. I'm the drifter. Stunt woman. But yeah.
I want to know more. Like, how long have you been doing it? Do you do it together?
We actually don't do it together.
Oh, you're the stunt woman. I get it. See, rookies, I get confused. So you're a stunt woman, and she races a Miata.
Yes, and she's also an engineer from Mazda as well.
That's right. And can you tell me what stunts you perform? Like, can you give us a bit of background on your career?
Yeah, I do pretty much a little bit of everything. Fights, driving's my favorite, and hitting the ground a whole bunch.
Awesome. Well, now that I'm 500 meters away from where I'm supposed to be, I'm going to come back and talk to you about the Mazda another day. Good to see you, ladies. On that note, I think I probably should send it back to Matthew and Alyssa, and I'm going to go into the tent and find Steph and see what the Disco Emporium looks like.
That was great, Katie. You had a nice getting some steps in there. Nikki and Ashley, if you remember, we had a close look at the mechanical little bend in the front suspension on that vehicle. But again, our mechanics saved the day. They got the alignment all sorted out for them, and they're here like nothing happened. You know, they were one of those interviews. You were talking a bit about what a privateer is. You know, a privateer is a person who's bringing their own vehicle and footing all of their own bills to be here. Some of the other ways some of the vehicles are here is they're representatives from manufacturers, so they've got some manufacturer support. It's often from people who are an employee of that manufacturer, especially in the sense of Toyota for the most part. We've got some Ford entries as well, and some other manufacturers send their vehicles here to, you know, as a testing ground. But you know, everyone's here with a little bit of different kind of, and some are editors, some are magazine journalists and such that help, you know, show what the Rebelle is and what it does. But everybody's here on the same even playing ground. One of the main tenets of the Rebelle is that it's a fair competition, however you did come to be here. So,
but I think there is just, as someone who competed twice on a manufacturer team, I do think there is a little more pride for some of those teams who are privateer teams, just like in any other sport, motocross, car race, any other car racing. When you get yourself here and you do everything yourself,
totally.
These women spend a lot of time fundraising, prepping their cars, especially the ones who bring, the teams who bring their own cars here. So we have a, the Drive On Rally Foundation, we'll talk about them first, but they have a scholarship called the Drive On Cat Scholarship. Essentially what it is an organization that supports women and minorities in their endeavors to enter the motorsports industry on national and international levels. And they raise money to support individuals who are training to enter motorsports competitions like the Rebelle. So this month, they are holding an auction to raise money for the Drive On Cat Scholarship, which is going to support teams who are actively working to compete in next year's Rebelle Rally in 2026.
Cool.
So it's a really, really cool organization and a cool auction that is going to be supporting the 2026 Rebelle Rally. Oh my gosh, we're already talking about next year.
Man, they've made an incredibly cool logo in there.
Katy, down at the finish of day 4, let's hear from some other teams.
Actually, I'm not at the finish anymore. I'm about to go into the tent, and I just want to mention, I don't know if any of you have seen the sweatshirts that Alyssa and Matthew are wearing, but we got new clothes from Toyota today, so thank you so much, Toyota. All of us are running out of clean clothes, and we very much appreciate it, but I do have a feeling I'm going to be underdressed for the Disco Emporium. Come in and see what Steph Prater and Leanne have made for Base Camp 2. Check this out. It is a bona fide disco emporium in the middle of nowhere. Here we are at Ridgecrest, and I'm saying to myself, I don't know that I'd live here. And now I tune up at Base Camp 2.
Rebelle Studio 54.
When does the DJ arrive?
I'm the DJ, always.
Always.
Multi-talented, Katy, multi-talented.
Now, how long did it take you guys to come on over, Leanne?
We literally busted this out in less than 3 hours, yeah.
Because I posted a social post, what I thought was 2 hours ago, but it has been a bit of a day, saying, oh, look at this team breaking down, and I was talking to you. And now look at this place. So it's a 3-hour setup for something this amazing.
Let's just talk about, it wasn't just Leanne and I doing it. We've got Jeff on the ladder, we've got gals below, we've got the Pirelli girls showing up for us today. Everybody, it's like all hands on deck. When we do a base camp move in one day and have to set up by 3:30, wow.
Now, rumor has it
we're feeling rolling now. You know, it's just
I
like
can't wait to come back. I feel underdressed.
And we had to dress for it. I mean, what's not to love?
The things I do because I love her. I know. The things I do because I love her.
Yeah.
And you know, I love you guys, and rumor has it that I was going to try to move on to your team because your accommodations are better. But you two love the live team as much as I do, and I'm loyal, so you know I'm going to stick with my team because I love them.
All right. Well, I'll always be a part of the live show because these boys I have history with. So.
Well, everything I know managing and taking care of them and getting them down the line, I learned from you.
God love you, right? God love you.
Okay, we're going to go and have a chat to one of the teams. Thank you so much. This is awesome. Okay, social media has been so busy asking us to talk to Tara McLennan, Team 120. You ran off the start line this morning and I couldn't talk to you.
4 is my favorite day. Day 4 is my favorite number. So I knew today was going to be beautiful. And after the course description, didn't disappoint.
Now, have you had, like on the Rebelle, we call day 3 everyone's bad day. So you can have a day 3 on day 0 or on day 9. Have you had your day 3 yet?
Yes. So 2 days ago, the second day, the first marathon stage, I hit a rock. We were having the best day, and then I hit a rock, and I ended up having to do mechanics after hours because of my drag link. So don't worry, babe. We ran back over it, and now it's straight. It's fine. It's fine. It'll buff.
It'll buff.
It'll buff.
Who are you saying, babe? You talking to your husband?
Yes. Don't worry. If you also see a transaction for a certain establishment, we visited.
Okay, now you've got so many people on social media asking how you're doing. What do you do for a living that is causing this kind of excitement?
So we are full-time YouTubers, but I always say we don't want followers or subscribers. We want people to follow and join us on the journey of just being out here and adventuring and finding what sets your soul on fire. And this is doing it.
I think this base camp kind of describes that the Rebelle can set a lot of people's soul on fire. I hope.
The flip around of this is insane. Like what they did to just get it like this. I can't wait to see what the end looks like.
Well, and 10th year anniversary, we know it's going to be next level. So just one thing, when you come in as a Rebelle, what does it feel like to return to base camp?
Honestly, like you're home. Because whenever you pull in, it's like, one, you found your way. So you're just like, and then there's this community of people and the staff, the food. I'm looking at it now and I'm starving. And it's home. I love it.
On that note, now I'm starving. I'm going to send it back to Melissa and Matthew, and I'm over and out, team.
Thanks, Katy.
Yeah, Katy, I can't wait for Team 210, Emmy Hall and Kendra Miller, the Desert Disco team, to see
show
the
up
tent here at Base Camp 2. So we alluded to this a couple of times today, and we've seen none of this, so I'm very nervous right now. But on the commute here, Matthew and I decided that we were going to take on one of the Rebelle Enduro challenges, an on-time challenge. And I've only competed as a driver. I used to be, a few years ago, familiar with the math and how those Enduros work, but I'm pretty out of practice. And so I wanted to try sitting in the right seat and navigating Matthew. Let's remember, I was working with a Rebelle rookie
sure.
as a driver. And so Matthew and I took on the Rebelle Enduro Challenge today. And as these women have said, the course was beautiful and difficult, and we have no idea how we did. We think we did okay for a little while. But let's take a look.
Let's check it out.
At how Matthew and I fared on the day 4 Rebelle Enduro Challenge.
You'll be leaving at the top of the minute. Your true time start is 2:06.
Ready to start?
1, start.
Let's go. Bye-bye.
Okay, 55. Okay, so speed up a little bit. In 20 seconds, you want to be seeing the left-handed loop around. There's going to be some rocks up ahead. Oh, we're a little early, so slow down. We are 10 seconds early. Slow it down. And then once we get around here, you're gonna get up to 40, but not until we've cleared all of this. We have 20 seconds to get to the big right up here with the rock. So we want to pass this in at 43, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back up to 40, back up to 40. Oh my God, we're amazing. We're right up the bumps. Perfect. So straight here. Stay here. And hold on, 0.10. So you're gonna make a sharp left turn at 1948. So in 10 seconds, whoa, making a whoa.
Sharp left turn.
Sharp left turn, yes. Sharp left turn, 1948. We're 3 seconds fast. Just passing some rocks on our right. Oh, that right there. Okay, so that is gonna be at 2019. So now we have 0.2. Yeah, we're
Am I
at
going the correct
754.
way?
Yep. You're just going straight.
Okay.
We missed a turn.
Yeah.
Oh no. We missed that last right. Well, we did not finish. We could go back.
Yeah. I mean, well.
We can just stop that. So we were good here because we.
Oh yeah.
So then here, when I was like right, look for a right. I didn't.
I think we did. I think we made that right.
This is the right.
This was another right.
This is
though.
what we're looking for right now.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, Alyssa, that was harder and more exciting than I remembered or thought it could be.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. This is my first time sitting in the navigator seat for this. There's so much to look at, so much math to do and calculations. And then also I'm trying to let you know what tulips are coming up so we don't. That was some dangerous, cool exposure in the driving there. We did a really good job through the first 3 timing controls.
That felt good.
And then the where we lost the plot was right here. We took this right-hander, and then I think we missed the next right-hander, and we're not going to get points for the last timing control. But hey,
yeah,
for
nice
our first time, I'm going to give us a C+.
All right, let's see what Chrissie
passing
gives.
grade. Let's see what
Chrissie gives us. Well, now you know where we stand on this deal. Let's see what Chrissie gives us.
So unfortunately, we are now joined by the Rebelle Rally Competition Director.
We've had
and
no
Matthew's
preempting
wife,
of this, other than
and
Chrissie laughing at us.
my former teammate, Chrissie Beavis.
I mean, that was great, you guys. And you know what? For your first time as a team, you guys didn't practice at all. I think I suggested this, like at 6 a.m., maybe 5:45 this morning, right? Yeah. And you guys went out and you tried. And this is really, really hard to do. And a lot of teams really practice this and they try this over and over and over again and they don't get anywhere close to as good of a score as you guys got.
I feel like I'm being set up still.
No, you guys really did well.
Okay.
So I have their scores here. We did score them and they got 4 points out of 5 on the first one.
So we were 11
seconds. 4 out of 6.
We were 11 seconds early?
11 seconds, yeah. You guys were early.
That was early?
Yeah, you
we
guys
thought
were
we were
11.
late on the first one.
No, you were 11 seconds early.
Okay.
And then they got 5 points on the second one, so they were 7 seconds late.
So these are all out of 6.
So we out of 6. Yeah.
Oh, and that third one.
And that third one, they got 2.
We thought we nailed it.
Yeah, and so they got 6. They got 6 points on that one.
So we got 15 points.
15 out of 18 on the 3 that you actually went through.
How many
All
would,
right,
would
I'm
another?
just
All right,
but on
there
this
we go.
last one, my thing says got lost.
Got lost. So how would that compare with your average Rebelle?
So that's actually pretty good. Yeah, and so it's obvious to me that you guys both have a lot of experience. And so you as a Rebelle and you as a driver hearing notes. So clearly I think that translated really well into you guys doing this well right off the bat as a new team. But most teams are trying this for the very, very first time. And so they are having, and you could see how hard that was, right? Telling him where to go when you've never done that before. And you're just trying to communicate this tiny little diagram to your driver and tell them where to go. And sometimes you're just like, just there, right?
The box. Turn at the box.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of looking away from the road and realizing like this road's kind of dodgy to be looking away from it this much. Our tech was like a little bit of it was GPS, so it was kind of like, you know, the
2 iPhones. And
is that legal, the GPS odometer?
They are allowed to have a GPS-based odometer,
Yeah.
but it doesn't give them any location information. It only is similar to the app that you guys were using, the
yeah,
Rally
so we
Road Book
used, it was a
Reader.
fair comparison. We weren't like
Yeah.
using some cheater app or
No.
anything. Yeah, right.
No.
I have to
but
say,
theirs
I
is
am
more
very
reliable.
pleased to find out. We thought we did well at the first 3. We knew.
You
Yeah,
did.
things went
We
bad
got-
suddenly.
I don't love that it says got lost in all caps. You know, missed a right-hander would have been a nicer way to say it.
Yeah,
but
that's
Chrissie Beavis
my
is a tough
scoring
judge.
My scoring back end did that for
Did
me.
that on
Made
purpose.
But
yes.
I'm going to hold on to this
Yeah,
because
let's
I
keep
think
it.
it's pretty
Let's
cool.
keep
Team
it.
300, Matthew and Alyssa. That's our first Rebelle Rally score.
Yeah,
Thank
Team
you, Chrissie,
300
for
right
suggesting that this morning. It was really cool to do it from the navigator seat. It
It's
was
different.
difficult.
Yes.
But you're right. Having I really love these as a driver, and Sabrina and I really got into a groove doing them together. And so just knowing sort of what he wanted was super helpful, or what he needed was super helpful.
That would make a big difference, you know, as a navigator coming in, knowing what the driver would want to hear.
Yeah.
That still probably was a lot of processing to actually say that stuff, you know, or to come up with it right there on the fly. But nice job, you guys.
Thank you so much, Chrissie. It was Chrissie's suggestion to try that today. It was really fun. We're going to get some more Chrissie Beavis on here to do competition rundown tomorrow midday, so we'll look forward to that. Talking about our schedule here forward, let's have a look at tomorrow's broadcast. It's going to be an exciting one. We've got 3 different broadcasts tomorrow. 6:45, as you would expect in the morning. We're going to have a midday hit at 1 to 1:30. See how things are going out there. It's probably going to be raining then, so there's going to be a lot of other interesting questions and maybe background information to go. And then tomorrow night, 5:30, here still at Base Camp 2. Base Camp 2? Yeah.
We are at Base Camp
Still
2
at
right
Base
now.
Camp 2. We'll be here for 2 nights. So tomorrow night, afterwards, we'll be jumping up and moving Wednesday midday.
All right, so Matthew, I think, I don't know if everyone can hear at home the wind whipping behind us, but we have made it through tonight's show. We are going to be coming back to you live tomorrow morning, provided Base Camp 2 does not blow away. And before, make sure you go on to rebellerally.com and enter our Ultimate Rebelle giveaway. We have incredible prizes from Pirelli, Yeti,
Pennzoil, Yeti.
Total Chaos, all of our sponsors, over $4,500 in Rebelle gear and gear from our sponsors. Just go ahead and go on to rebellerally.com/giveaway. Matthew, this has been a really fun day. I am going to end this show just staring at the piece of paper that Chrissie Beavis just gave us. I am so proud of us. Had we not gotten lost, I think we might have won the Rebelle Enduro
I think
Challenge.
those were compliments. We got compliments,
Those were
right?
huge compliments. She was hazing us.
Kind of feels special here. Like it's difficult to get compliments from Chrissie Beavis.
All right,
with
so
the
this has
competition
been day 4 of the Rebelle Rally live show presented by Toyota. Day 4 presented by Pirelli.